Welcome everyone to Knowles Field. The pitch is today's site for this contest between the UC Davis Aggies and the University of Pacific Tigers here in Stockton, California, on the campus of the University of the Pacific. Jeff Donald with you. Thank you very much for joining us. Aggies, the visiting team, comes in at 1-0 and off to a hot start. Actually, they won 3-1 against Sacramento State. 2 goals by Leslie Fregoso and one by Mala Kathleen, and they actually scored 3 unanswered goals to take that 3-1 victory. Sacramento State got that goal quickly in the second minute, and then after that it was all Aggies. Aggies actually shot 20 attempts in that victory. For the home Tigers, they are 0-2, but really have played well over those last 2 games. Most recently against Nevada, they had lost 2-1. Isabella Periante with the goal in the first game of the season against CSU Bakersfield. And against Nevada, it was a 2-1 defeat as well. But Pacific's Isabella Pariente got the goal on that one as well, so she's already got 2 goals of the season, unless they changed that here recently of who got the goal in the first game against CSU Bakersfield. Aggies are led by head coach Tracy Ham, Jody Lingefeld, the assistant coach Bologan, as well as the assistant coach, all in their first season. And we'll give you the starting lineups for the Aggies here in just a moment. Tigers are led by head coach Carrie Scroop in her 4th season, Carmen Padilla in 11th season, Lorna Brownlee in her 5th, and Allison Skoglund, the assistant the assistant coach. As we are underway here at Knowles Field, it'll be the Aggies to kick things away. The Aggies in goal, Jessica Lima. The Tigers on the attack early on the far side. At the top of the box, there will be a shot, but it'll go just wide left. Anna Williams, the defensive junior from San Diego. Janessa Staub, a midfielder junior from Folsom. Monet Coons, a midfielder junior from Beaverton, Oregon. Elia Walker, there's a shot that will go wide left for the Aggies. So exchanging shots. Mala Catline, the junior from Reading, England. Francesca Van Norden, defensive and midfielder freshman from Los Angeles. Tigers with the possession right at midfield, headed forward. Isabella Pariente. Tigers wearing the orange jerseys, black lettering, black numbers, and black shorts. Aggies wearing all white, and in the middle they were trying to get it inside to Aaliyah Walker. Haley Ritterschoffer, the forward and midfielder, the senior from San Diego. Pariente had it in the middle, tried to get it forward. Tigers still with possession. Tigers have actually done a great job. One thing that they've done so far early in the season is controlling possession. Actually, they were showing, I think it was close to 38% of the time they had possession on the opponent's side. Close up and personal, Anna Williams. Brianna Duckett, Janae Gonzalez, and Leslie Fregoso. We've already mentioned her. She's already off to a hot start with 2 goals for the Aggies. For the home Tigers, as an outlet pass was close to Walker. Up in the middle was Duckett. Duckett lost footing and actually gave it up, and then it will be tapped back to the goalkeeper, Jessica Lima. Tigers put out freshman goalkeeper Veronica Barnowska, Marissa Carpenter, Janae Packard, Milani Medina, Aaron Brown, Rianne Molinar, Isabella Pariente, Abigail Wolf, Kelsey Owen, Cameron Scully, and Nikki Lee. Scully and Owen on defense for the Tigers. Tigers will go from left to right, and in the middle is Cameron Scully. Scully will push it forward. Look for Pariente. Pariente might have been a step too far, as that was now a 3 defensive backfield for the Tigers. And that's been the push for the Tigers, is having the 3 defensemen, as that is taken away by the Tigers. Push forward, and it's going to be offsides is going to be the call. Pariente just a step or two too forward. But the pressure was nice, and got a little bit of a cheer from the coaching staff of the Tigers. Tigers really have switched some things around. Janae Packard is a familiar face. She was a regular starter last year. Abigail Wolf, Cameron Scully, and Nikki Lee have really been the main Tigers we're used to seeing of last year. We'll see, of course, a couple that'll come off of the bench for the Tigers on the near side. With the right hand heavily bandaged up is Abigail Wolf. Wolf sporting a big club that's been checked out by the referees and approved. As well, Pariente once again tried to get it on the far side. Too far from her reach. It'll be the goalkeeper, Lima, to send it away once again. A chest-high pass will get pushed forward to Pariente. Pariente matched up against 3 defensive line for the Aggies, and that will get knocked out of bounds. Pariente will, with good pressure once again, and on the far side, I believe that was Anna. Actually, that was not Anna Williams. She's on the near side. It was probably Van Norden. Aaliyah Walker, excuse me. Get it forward. 2 defense. Back for the Tigers. On the far side go to the Aggies, and a shot right on goal to Veronica Bornowska. Medina gets it into the middle, right at the circle. Tigers go from left to right, and on the far side, Tigers will push it into Aggie territory. The tap, and it'll be off and towards the middle of the box, and it'll be taken out of midair by Jessica Lima. Lima, a junior from Newark, California. There's going to be a foul on the Tigers. And Kelsey Owen. Actually, that was not Kelsey Owen. That was Nikki Lee called for the foul. It'll be Jessica Staub that will take the free kick, and that'll be just in front of the box, headed forward and by the Tigers momentarily, and now cleared out. Renee Coons on the far side. They're going to get a one-on-one on the far side, and it was deflected by the defense of the Tigers. A lofted shot across the box, and it'll be the Aggies, and it'll be offsides is the call on the far side referee. Baranowska will set the ball and right foot through just right at midfield and headed high in the air by the Aggies. Coons will send it towards the Tiger territory, a lifted kick and taken away. As that is Catline with it. It'll go out of bounds. Catline will throw it in quickly to the Aggies. Give and go, and Catline on the near side will send it towards the box. And a shot and a goal on the right side. That was lofted high in the air. Mala Catline with the first goal right at the 9th minute and gives the Aggies the 1-0 lead. That'll be her first of the season. Tigers will try and get back on the attack. Abigail Wolf, nice move by Medina. Will give and go to Aaron Brown. Back to Medina. Medina will try and back it out. It's actually taken away, and quickly for the Aggies, looking to attack once again is Catline. Catline will check it across the top of the box, and almost a shot right there for the Aggies once again. It'll be backed away, and Pariente will get pushed in the back. It'll be a foul called on the Aggies. And as we've already said, the Aggies will shoot as often as they can. They took 20 in their first game of the season, already up to 4. Sent deep right at the top of the box. Melania Medina with her hands in the air almost wanted to look like as if she was expecting a holding call on Pariente. Pariente, the Tiger teammate of Medina, but she was watching it from afar. Anna Williams gave up the possession, and Tigers with it right at the midfield stripe, and pass the circle, and then on the far side, here go the Tigers. And on the back side, get knocked out of bounds, last touched by the Tigers. After this match, the Tigers will actually go on the road for a couple of games, one against Fresno State. That's on September 1st, and then they'll go against Sacramento State before returning home on September 8th against Northern Arizona. On the far side, attacked by the Aggies once again. The side of the box, and tried to get it a little inside pass. Once again, looking for Aaliyah Walker. Walker has been a main focus here early on in the 11th minute. She's having a couple of looks. Line drive shot by Baranowska, and Isabella Pariente had it momentarily before being boxed out and having it taken away. A nice dive by Nikki Lee. Lee will give it to Wolf. Wolf will push it forward to Medina. That'll get just out of bounds. Medina was a step behind, and if she would have been able to corral that one, Tigers might have had a good possession. A throw in by the Aggies coming up. The Anna Williams once again. Williams was trapped up by a couple of different defenders for the Tigers. Abigail Wolf blocked out nicely by Nikki Lee, and a lofted shot that will go over towards Medina for settling down at the feet of Anna Williams. Backing it off. Williams with it, and a long outlet pass, and offsides will be the call. Mala Catline once again tearing down the near side. have Cameron Scully that will take the shot, or will do the free kick. Scully we're used to seeing her wearing her traditional headband. She's wearing one as well tonight that's just a darker in color. And taken away by Scully after the Tigers had it for a moment on the far side. Nice move by the Tigers. Across the box, blocked away. Stabbed once again, knocked again. Ryan Molinar with a couple of attempts. It'll be a corner kick coming up for the Tigers. But Molinar with a couple of pressure shots that were within maybe a few inches of squirting through and getting into the box. Corner kick up coming for the Tigers. This will be the first of the evening. That is sent into the box and headed around. That is up and over the net. They're saying it's Kelsey Owen that headed high over the net for the Tigers. Carmen Padilla, the assistant coach for the Tigers, clapping with enthusiasm as there was a lot of things that she saw throughout that one, throughout that possession that were a positive, and Tigers looking to build on what they just saw there. A throw in by Williams and taken away by Ron Molinar. Almost a handball right there, but it was not called, and so it'll be the Aggies with it. Catline gives it up to the near side to Gonzalez. Gonzalez will take and go to Rittenshofer. Before that is cleared away and stepped near the midfield. It'll be a long outlet pass that'll go sailing away from everybody. It looked like all the Aggies are starting to pull back a little bit. And it went straight to Baranowski. So lofted a high kick, headed forward by the Aggies. One-on-one here is Rittenshofer. Blocked away out by the Tigers. Last touch, and it'll be a throw-in for the Aggies. Marissa Carpenter, not Marissa Carpenter, but Anna Williams will throw it in. Rittenshofer with possession, and also Abigail Wolf will clear it out once again. Ryan Molinar will defend the person that's throwing it in. The give and go by Catline. And offsides. Looks like it was the call again. So Baranowski will take the free kick, get all the Tigers back, and it'll go straight to the Aggies. Janae Gonzalez. Catline with possession on the near side. Gave it inside, was looking for Fragoso. Tigers take it away and look to head back and put the pressure on, looking to keep their couple of shots that looked really good in that last possession. Pass goes too far. It'll be a throw in for the Aggies. Cleared high in the air and headed actually by the Aggies, and it'll be Catline that will put the pressure on, and a foul called on the Aggies. The entire bench for the Tigers actually doing a lot of warming up. This is a much cooler day. It's still the weather is still pretty warm. It actually, I think at kickoff it was right around the mid 80s, and it'll cool down pretty well in this area. Get a little bit of a delta breeze, and it's headed high in the air, right in the middle. And oh, that was a dangerous opportunity for the Tigers, but it cleared out. Two Tigers actually were going in one direction, and it was nobody in that area, and the Aggies were able to clear it out. I think it was if Pariente was going to be looking forward, she might have actually had a chance. Chest high pass will go right to the Aggies. Van Norden lifted high in the air, headed backwards by Fragoso. But went straight to the Tigers defender, and Tigers will go on the attack, looking for an outside pass. Well, actually went inside, so the Tigers will turn it over. Too long of a pass once again, and this one goes way far on the far side, right at the feet for the Tigers. Looking for an inside pass. Knocked down was Medina, it looks like, and that's going to be a stoppage of play. And an injury by by the middle referee. That's Matthew Buckman in the middle of the night. Jamie Padilla, the alternate ref. Luis Ordaz on the near side, and Jonathan Miras on the far side. The referee crew for tonight. Didn't see who may have went down, but whatever it was Buckman that stopped actually coming by. I didn't even see her come by me, was Ryan Molinar, and she kind of gave the thumbs up. It looked like that she may have been the one that was shaken up. It was either her or Isabella Pariente. Either way, everybody stays out there. On the far side, Catline once again, give and go. Shot deflected by the Tigers, and a knock out of bounds by Baranowski. Anna Williams was also on that attack. Trying to see who it may be. It could be Staub that's over there on the corner kick. And she'll send it deep off of the top of the box, headed forward by the Tigers, and a good job to clear that one out. Williams, now it's going to be cleared forward, and almost a headed attempt by Catline once again. Early on, it's been Catline and Walker both getting a lot of looks. 21st minute, Aggies lead 1-0. They scored on that in the 9th minute off of a really wide shot by Catline that hit the far side post and went in. Her first goal of the season. Tigers with the possession, going off and in the middle. Nice block by the defense for the Aggies. It was Packard that went inside. A long shot. This is high in the air, and it'll go wide right. Coaching staff looking to make sure that Packard is still able to continue, and there's no issue there. Far side and headed backwards, and the Aggies with a little bit of a threat. A foul will be called on the Aggies. On the attack, Janae Gonzalez applying a lot of pressure on the defense for the Tigers, and Mag got a little too aggressive. Veronica sends it deep, and that is pushed forward by the Aggies. As deflected, Nikki Lee with a strong kick by Coons that actually was blocked by Nikki Lee. She was able to knock it away. Right in front of us, taken away by the Tigers, Molinar. Once again, this time a lot of hard kicks. That's Duckett. Tried to push it forward onto the far side and knocked away by the Aggies. Out of bounds we go, and it'll be a throw in for the Tigers. That'll be a foul now on the Aggies, so a good opportunity in the 23rd minute. We just start to wrap up the 23rd minute. Almost thought that was Isabella Pariente, but that's not Pariente. Pariente's in the middle of the scrum. Penalty kick right here is sent high in the air and knocked around, and that will be deflected, and a good job by Jessica Lima. She got a right hand on it and knocked it out of bounds. It'll be now a corner kick upcoming for the Tigers. Be on the far side of the corner kick. That is sent high in the air and really actually not as short as I thought it was going to. It just kept on drifting, and the Aggies were able to clear it out and have a little bit of a run up forward as it is Catline, a one-on-one, and now it's going to be pushed forward. A one-on-one shot blocked by Verona Baranowski, and that will be cleared high. What a great save by Baranowska. A little sliding stop to her left. And that was a lot of pressure and a great job by the freshman. Freshman from Poland. Molinar will get it towards the front side of the box. We'll get it cleared out by the Aggies. I'm going to say, I think they're going to call an offsides. I didn't even see that right away. I think they were looking for a handball. Goes into Tigers' favor right at midfield. So it'll be Scully with the free kick. And a scrum right at the top of the box. Right hand up, right foot through, and that's high in the air. Headed near side. And cleared up right towards us. And Abigail Wolf will throw it in. Nice move, and actually she would have stayed with it. She might have had a good opportunity. It'll be Mala Catline with it on the near side, and she'll have actually had a good attempt by one of her teammates. If she would have kept with it, Ritterschalfer would have had a great chance. Offsides a call once again. It'll be the Tigers switching the possession here. 5 shots, 2 saves, 2 corner kicks for the Tigers. 7 shots, 1 save, 1 corner kick for the Aggies. We'll have our first sub upcoming. Pushing forward. And before the Tigers can meet in the middle, it'll be Lima to scoop it up and send it deep. Molinar kind of got stopped going one direction, and Aggies will take it over once again. Headed high in the air. Finally cleared out by the Aggies. And it'll be another. Hunter Moore will check in for the Tigers next opportunity. Tammy Kwong will come in for the Aggies.
Aggie substitution entering the match, number 13, Cherry Kwong.
Kwong, a junior from Pleasanton, California. She's a transfer from San Francisco State.
Number 12, Hunter Moore.
Has an undeclared major. While Hunter Moore, first time we get to say her name tonight, from Mission Viejo. Went to Tesoro High School. One 0 our score. Aggies lead this one after the solo goal unassisted by Mala Catline. Throwing upcoming for the Aggies. Haley Rose will come in for the Aggies as well. The shot will go high in the air onto the far side, and that one may go out. So Tigers will have possession. Throw in upcoming, 29th minute. Abigail Wolf throws it in to Janae Packard. Packard will send it back to her. And Isabella Pariente. Pariente gets knocked down. She'll be called for the foul. Or excuse me, she'll be fouled. Van Norden will get it. The long outlet pass will go too far, looking for Hunter Moore, who just checked in. Rested at the feet is Molinar. And it'll go into the near side to Kwong. Kwong gives it up. And pass back to Van Norden and down to Lima. Lima will reset it and go over towards right towards the middle and up into the circle, and it'll get pushed back into Aggies territory momentarily before it rests at the feet of Tammy Kwong. Pressure applied by the Aggies. It'll go right to Gonzalez. Gonzalez trapped up. We'll give it to Williams. Williams on the near side. I'm going to say no foul, and it'll be still with the Aggies, and there'll be a substitution. It'll be Ailey Rose, the defensive player from Elk Grove, California.
Substitution. And the match, number 15, Haley Rose.
The junior. Makes her first appearance right at the 31st minute. Catline looking for a little help. Gets it a little bit of clearance on the inside at the top of the box. And it'll be a corner kick upcoming. Aggies wanted a foul. Looks like it's going to be Janae Gonzalez that will take the corner kick, or she's actually at least going to be lining up, and I believe it's going to be Staub that will actually do the corner kick. She did the last one on the near side, so looks like it'll be her doing this one as well as it is, and she's going to do a little bit of a line drive, low kick, lofted high in the air, will go behind the net. Looks like it was deflected once again by the Tigers. So another attempt here. The Tigers will add an extra defensive player for this corner kick. So that'll be another line drive. This one's headed high in the air and cleared out actually by the Aggies. Aggies will maintain the possession on the far side. The Aggies with it. Staub. Get it in the middle and it'll be cleared out. And we'll go on to the far side. It'll be a corner kick deflected by the defensive alignment for the Tigers. So we've got our third corner kick in is within about a minute, minute and a half, if that. We stop once again. This time this one's left high in the air, headed forward, and Pariente will just push it forward. She'll give it up to Medina. Lose control of it and give it up. Go the Aggies. Aggies had it for a second. Now it's Pariente with it. Pariente gets knocked down into the ground. This time they're going to stop things and they're going to time it out. I'm wondering if they're going to definitely have a discussion with Duckett. Duckett knocked down Pariente pretty good. And he's giving her a discussion, letting her know that he's kind of got an eye on her now because it's the second time that she's been very physical with the opposing team, and at least the second time that I've noticed, and it's only by my eyesight. I'm sure the referee may have seen it once more, and that might have been really what caused the conversation. Lifted high in the air, and this one's going to go wide right. That was going to be a offline attempt by Cameron Scully, and I think she wished she would have had that one back because that was a little bit too strong and a little bit too far right. Coach Carrie Scroop obviously has a lot of trust in her. That she's got a strong leg, and that was very evident right there. But Scully, just a sophomore, really has impressed the Tigers coaching staff. On the far side goes the Aggies once again. And it's going to be Catline once again. She'll get knocked out of bounds. Actually, the attempt will go out of bounds. Knocked off by one of the Tigers again. So we've got another corner kick upcoming. The 35th minute. It'll be Staub. We'll see how she approaches this one. She's actually throwing a couple of different looks. This one is easily cleared out by Molinare, and that went into the crowd. And they say it a lot of different games, keep your eyes on the action at all times. Throw in met by about 6 different Tigers. We're all lined up almost right in that area. This one's cleared out forward. And Molinare with another look. Taken away by the Aggies in Tiger territory. Abigail Wolf. Nice move by Abigail Wolf. Actually could have passed it back, but the pressure by Kwong made her change that. And that's taken away by Kwong. Looks like a one-on-one, a shot, and blocked and saved by Barnowska once again. Has made 2 great saves in the last 15 minutes of play. There'll be a corner kick upcoming. So the freshman has been tested here. She has 3 saves. Staub will see how she'll approach this one. A little tap And then it'll be up high in the air, knocked out, and it'll be a call going for the Tigers. There's plenty of different looks that Staub has had a chance to give on the offense for the Aggies. She's kind of given a couple of low line drives and a couple of grounders, and this time she gave one off to Janae Gonzalez, and I'll let her make the decision. Line drive by Baranowska, headed forward, and this time by the Aggies. A couple of changes. Gonzalez, push it forward to Catline, and offsides will be the call. That one is sent high in the air and will be nearly in the parking lot. So Baranowska will be the one that will do the free kick. A couple of new Tigers going to be coming in here. Haley Wynn, most notably here recently. Catline, apply the pressure, and it will go out of bounds. Anna Williams will give it up to Duckett. Duckett will pass it back to Van Norden and get it to the far side. Long outlet pass will go too far, it looks like at the moment, for Baranowska. Will just clear it, and it'll go right to midfield and go out for a throw-in for the Aggies. Headed forward by Packard. Sent back, and that'll be a sub. Coming in for the Tigers, Caitlin Chandler, first time we've said her name tonight. The senior from Sacramento.
Into the match, number 2, Caitlin Chandler.
And Haley Wynn,
and number 13,
the sophomore from Canyon Lake, California. Caitlin Chandler's has really been an intricate part over the last few seasons for head coach Carrie Scroop, whether she's been a starter, and it's going to be offsides called, but sometimes she'll be a starter, and it really just becomes a matchup and for head coach Carrie Scroop and her offense on where she wants to put Chandler. Last year, Chandler started 9 games for the Tigers and played extensive minutes throughout the season. Quick throw in by the Tigers, knocked down, cleared forward by Molinar. Puts it high in the air, and it'll go out of bounds. A throw in upcoming for the Aggies. 40th minute, 1-0 our score. And it almost feels so long ago that score was processed. It was a unassisted goal by Mala Catline. A long outlet shot that just found the outside pole as there's a cross box into the box and scooped up by the Aggies. And Casey Palmer will come in the next opportunity. Catline once again, far side, headed forward by the Tigers. And probably an ill-advised push by the Tigers, but it, for the moment, wound up into their favor. Abigail Wolf. Wolf, nice little move. Thought about it, will push it forward to the far side. Chandler into the box and right at Lima. Abigail Wolf had a couple of nice moves that almost pushed it forward. It kind of got rolled up. Chandler kind of rolled up on Anna Williams. A little bit of a dangerous play. Everyone got up okay. Always get concerned with that. Williams' foot kind of got underneath of Chandler. Stop will send it deep to the far side. That's Kwong. Kwong tried to head it forward and kind of went over her head. Two players will come in. I mentioned Casey Palmer for the Aggies and Jade Enelan.
Number 9. Casey Palmer.
Ariente getting a much needed breather. She came out
And for the Tigers,
really
number 5,
looking to catch the wind.
Jade Enelan.
Allen in for the Tigers. Allen, a freshman from Temecula, California. And it'll be the Tigers' long outlet pass. And looking for Allen early. Yeah, throwing up coming. Tigers will wait for it. And quickly, and then 3 Aggies kind of converged and took it away. Momentary lapse of opportunity. The Tigers could have potentially found another player if they weren't just, there was a couple of players just kind of stuck in the moment watching what was going on. A shot that we've deflected off of the Tigers. That'll be a throw-in upcoming. Is taking a little bit of time for this throw-in. Finally, we're just now getting to the ball. That is lifted high and knocked away. And the Tigers will retake possession here in the 44th minute. Baranowska with a couple of big blocks that actually, big saves that this game could have really been changed. She sends it deep, right at midfield, headed backwards. Cleared out by Lima. Headed backwards by the Aggies, and it'll be Abigail Wolf for the Tigers. A nice move. I'm going to say who that was off of, and it was going to be actually off of the Aggies. Anna Williams was taking on Caitlin Chandler.
1 minute remaining in the first
Abigail
half.
Wolf. Wolf looking for somebody. Will get it across the field and headed backwards and knocked away. Out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick upcoming. Head coach Carrie Scroop wanting to push the tempo. Only less than, actually 40 seconds remain. Only one Tiger in the defense. And actually, she just got pushed forward, so they've got a full squad off in the box, and one of them actually just will stay right at the top of the box just as a little bit of protection. This is headed high in the air. Knocked around. This is dangerous at the moment. Cleared away. And it'll go out of bounds. And with 10 seconds about to be counted down,
9.
it'll go, looks like at this moment, it will go halftime. The Tigers
5,
will trail the Aggies 1-0.
2, 1, 0.
And that is where our score will stand. So we've reached halftime, and
Your first
the
half
lone score at the
UC
moment
Davis, 1,
was
Tigers, nothing.
by Mala Catline. In the 9th minute, she had a nice goal from the near side and a long shot that hit the right side of the net just past the post and was able to score it, and that was the only goal. Tigers have had multiple opportunities, 6 shots, only one really on goal. That was one save, while the Aggies have had 9 shots. Veronica Baranowska, she's had 3 key saves, 2 key saves actually that really have changed this game to potentially could have been a 3-0 game or even a 3-1 game. But her 2 big saves have helped this one along. And for the Aggies, 9 shots, 1 save, and 6 corner kicks. For the Tigers, 6 shots, 3 saves, and 3 corner kicks. We'll step aside and take the break. And at halftime, the Aggies lead 1-0 over the Tigers. And we'll step aside for right here at Knowles Field on the campus of the University of Pacific in Stockton, California on the W.TV.
University that integrates liberal arts and professional education, serving approximately 6,000 students on campuses in Stockton, Sacramento, and San Francisco. Our goal is to provide a superior student-centered learning experience in order to prepare our students to become leaders in their communities. Because we believe that diversity, equity, and inclusion are essential to the fulfillment of our institutional mission, we seek to recruit and retain diverse faculty who share our commitment to excellence in teaching, scholarship, and service.
Founded in 1851, the University of the Pacific is California's first chartered institution of higher education. The Sacramento campus houses the McGeorge School of Law and also offers programs in public administration, public policy, education, and physician assistant studies. San Francisco, which houses the Arthur A. Degoni Dental School and graduate programs in audiology, data science, and food studies. Stockton is home to our undergraduate liberal arts college, the graduate program, and schools of education, engineering, business, international studies, music, pharmacy, and health sciences. Stockton was recently recognized as an All-American city and is one of the most integrated and diverse cities in the U.S. All undergraduates must complete one diversity course as a key curricular component of Pacific's commitment to diversity and inclusive excellence. Faculty engage in teaching, research, service, providing students with experiential learning opportunities such as undergraduate research. The University of the Pacific offers over 80 majors and programs of study. The Pacific community is a place where all are welcome, and diversity is celebrated and recognized.
Here at the University of the Pacific, all members of our community, students, staff, and faculty, are valued and respected. Therefore, I'd like to welcome you to join us in our ongoing collaborative efforts to sustain and advance the inclusive excellence of our campus. Thank you.
Communication skills are key, not only because I'm a communication major, but even our students who are not communication majors, they learn a lot.
If you had an interest in politics or maybe being some type of sports manager or something along those lines, communication can lead you to do those types of things.
The professors here in the communication department really inspired me.
I love this communication major. I was so glad that I picked it.
I'm on the speech and debate team, and I'm a communication major. Being on the speech and debate team also gave me a lot of opportunities outside of just scholarship opportunities, but traveling and networking. We did really well this semester. We won almost every single tournament we went to.
A lot of what I do here at Pacific is help with the radio department. I help broadcast some of the games as well as host my own show. Just get to be a part of something that I've never thought I would do.
The class I'm taking right now, writing for media, we've done some script writing. It's been a pretty interesting process, actually one of my favorites.
I just did a social media project for one of my classes, so I learned how to use each of the platforms and what type of language I'm supposed to use on all of them.
I joined the speech and debate team and found out this whole world of communication that was everything I'd enjoyed. Research, looking up concepts, understanding people, and I was like, this is perfect.
Everything we do is communication, from nonverbal communication to intended messages to the things we wear.
Communication is the essence of everything.
The ultimate goal would be a financial representative for athletes. I think business school has really accelerated my growth as a person. It's really pushed me to places I've never thought I'd go. It challenged me in ways, and then just being the student athlete part made me be something that I didn't think I could be. You know, it made me be someone who needs to be really organized, needs to be on top of my stuff. I can't just take a week off. Being a student athlete and being a double major has just made me challenge myself.
At this moment, in Stockton, Sacramento, and San Francisco, a University of the Pacific student has made a decision to learn, live, and lead with purpose in mind. Here, it's all about moments that change lives, families, communities, economies, the world. At University of the Pacific, these moments give life purpose. They give us purpose too. After all, we share one future. Join us, University of the Pacific.
The University of the Pacific is a comprehensive university that integrates liberal arts and professional education, serving approximately 6,000 students on campuses in Stockton, Sacramento, and San Francisco. Our goal is to provide a superior student-centered learning experience in order to prepare our students to become leaders in their communities. Because we believe that diversity, equity, and inclusion are essential to the fulfillment of our institutional mission, we seek to recruit and retain diverse faculty who share our commitment to excellence in teaching, scholarship, and service.
Founded in 1851, the University of the Pacific is California's first chartered institution of higher education. The Sacramento campus houses the McGeorge School of Law and also offers programs in public administration, public policy, education, and physician assistant studies. San Francisco, which houses the Arthur A. Dugoni Dental School and graduate programs in audiology, data science, and food studies. Stockton is home to our undergraduate liberal arts college, the graduate program, and schools of education, engineering, business, international studies, music, pharmacy, and health sciences. Stockton was recently recognized as an All-American city and is one of the most integrated and diverse cities in the U.S. All undergraduates must complete one diversity course as a key curricular component of Pacific's commitment to diversity and inclusive excellence. Faculty engage in teaching, research, service, providing students with experiential learning opportunities such as undergraduate research. The University of the Pacific offers over 80 majors and programs of study. The Pacific community is a place where all are welcome, and diversity is celebrated and recognized.
Here at the University of the Pacific, all members of our community, students, staff, and faculty, are valued and respected. Therefore, I'd like to welcome you to join us in our ongoing collaborative efforts to sustain and advance the inclusive excellence of our campus. Thank you.
Chose UOP because of the small classroom sizes. I love the idea of the professors, the old slogan, they know who you are, they know your name, and it's more of a friendly, more relaxed atmosphere.
I've loved all the different people that I've been able to meet, people from different backgrounds, from different areas, different countries. Definitely come from all over, and that's even going to influence like where you go to eat on a Friday night or whatever. So like all the different food choices, and then Stockton provides a lot of opportunities for you to go and try new things.
I think Stockton has a very small community feel, and I think that translates over to UOP, how we have a small family environment here.
Also at Rebel Point, that's where they hold lots of festivals out there. This year they had the fireworks over there for 4th of July, and it was really nice to go over there and see the city come together and hang out.
I can't imagine being anywhere else.
I think Stockton has a really bright future because of its people, because of the people that care. Something I learned about Stockton is that there are a lot of hidden gems around the city, and you really have to get out there and just put yourself out there and just explore a little with your friends.
Especially going to UOP, every single year you kind of get more and more of a sense of the city that you live in. It's kind of excessively friendly with the people that I've actually stopped to like talk to and have interactions with. It's really friendly, and there are a lot of people just kind of hidden amongst the ranks that really want to make the city a better place, which I think is actually pretty unique.
I think it's a very personal decision where you decide to go to college and spend those 4 years of your life. At Pacific, you'll get a great education, but you'll also have a really good time. You'll be a part of a really strong and thriving community.
just about to get underway here in Knowles Field on the campus of the University of in Stockton, California. Thank you very much for joining us. Pacific 1-0 on unassisted goal by the Aggies. Mala Catline. It'll be the Tigers with this possession. There was a quick threat and an opportunity here. Off into the cross into the box. It was Janae Packard. Tried to get it in towards Isabella Pariente. Aggies have a switch in goal. Nikki Rucky, the junior transfer from Martinez, California, also went to San Francisco State, so has a couple of teammates that she's familiar with. Aggies on the attack. It was lifted out of right us on the side. Aggies will go from left to right. They're wearing the all white, blue lettering, and blue numbers with a little bit of a yellow trim around the numbers and the lettering. Tigers wearing the orange jerseys, black letters, engraved in Pacific in black, as well as the numbers with a little bit of white trim around. Nice move in the middle. Tigers on the attack, a 4-on-4 as it goes off into the middle, and it'll be a slow roller right to Rucky. I'll try and get you the lineups here in just a moment. So there's been a few changes. We already talked about Rucky being the in goal for the Aggies. But Mala Catline, the lone goal, as she was on the near side and almost did a little bit of bend it like Beckham moment where she was able to get it into the far post and right behind the far post into the net to give the Aggies the lead. There's nearly a handball right there. Aggies on the attack on the far side was Janae Gonzalez. Along with Gonzalez, Casey Palmer, Haley Rose, Francesca Van Norden, Monet Coons, Janessa Staub, all in, as well as Brianna Duckett, Anna Williams, Mala Catline, running out there for the Aggies. Tigers have Marissa Carpenter, Veronica Baranowska, the goalkeeper, who has done a great job in a couple of different opportunities. Haley Wynn matched up against Haley Rose, and Wynn will get the momentary victory. Push forward by Wynn. She'll go ahead and just clear it forward. Isabella Pariente, and it'll be cleared out of bounds by Van Norden. Janae Packard also in for the Tigers. Milani Medina not in there for the Tigers. Actually, it's going to be Hunter Moore, who I caught in and got crossed up on. Abigail Wolf, Kelsey Owen, Cameron Scully, all in for the Tigers still. It'll be Pariente with a cross shot and right at Rucky. And so far, a couple of good attempts played on by the Tigers. And just not enough on it at the moment. That is heeled forward by the Aggies before taken away. On the far side go the Tigers. Tigers going from right to left. Taken away once again by the Aggies in their defense. It's kind of almost been the bend, don't break mentality. A couple of times the Aggies have looked like they were about to give it up and have done just enough to get a foot or a bounce go their way. This game could easily be two different ways, really. I mean, it could be a 3-0 game, but at the same time, it also could be a 1-1 or 2-1 game. Push forward to Kwong. And blocked out nicely by the Tigers defense. That was Cameron Scully once again. Actually, it was not Scully. That was Kelsey Owen. Pariente currently with it right at midfield. Will push it to her near side. And a little bit of a side tackle. Tigers with it. Pushed in and taken away by Von Norden. And Von Norden once again has been kind of right all over the place here early defensively in this second half. Rucky will go to her right and drop it at her feet, and then she will kick it forward. And a nice boot as it'll go right towards the back line of the Tigers before it is scooped up and pushed forward by Gonzalez on the near side. She'll look to try and take a cross shot and actually just loses her footing out of bounds, and a goal kick upcoming. She kind of almost dug her right foot into the turf and just timed it completely. And she kind of hit the ground in a little bit of chuckles, not just from herself, but her teammates also with a little bit of a smile. And she went and knew that she just couldn't gather it. Rittershofer tagged and actually taken away nicely. A nice little bump by the Tigers. And that was pushed forward and looking for somebody. One before it's taken away by the Tigers' Haley Wynn. Wynn will get it up to Pariente. Pariente looking for a teammate, actually backs it off and got lucky that a teammate was right next to her. Janae Packard will push it forward. A nice move into the front. Deflected off of a defense. And Packard on the near side will try and scoop it around, and it'll actually go out of bounds. Corner kick up coming for the Tigers. Pariente will go towards the corner kick, and I believe she's actually been doing that a couple of times. That actually threw me off. I'm used to her being off into the middle to fight in the scrum. And she'll send it deep, high in the air, and right at Rucky. Rucky reaches high in the air to grab it out of the air, and then she'll push it forward. Overplayed is Rittershofer. And we'll go to Gonzalez. Gonzalez in the middle and be knocked down. And they're going to yellow card Kelsey Owen. And that was a quick one. Head coach Carrie Scroop right at the middle, and she's going to have a conversation at some point with the alternate referee. Looks like she was not happy.
Yellow card issued to number 23, Kelsey Owen. That came in the 54th minute.
So Owen, and it'll be Staub that will send it deep towards the far side. And look for the corner post. It goes begging, and it'll be a goal kick upcoming for the Tigers' Veronica Barnowska. Hollis will back it off and get it in the middle to Duckett. Off in the middle. And right in the middle is this dangerous moment. And it was a shot attempt by Leslie Fregoso. And it's kind of surprising we haven't said her name very often, as it was 2 goals by Fregoso that helped the Aggies get that 3-1 victory over Sacramento State. Baranowska sends it high in the air and deep. what's been impressive by her so far is not only the goals or the saves that she's had, but she's actually got a very strong leg for a freshman. Freshman comes from Lublin, Poland. Went to the Watford Ladies Football Club, so she's really had a lot of experience with more of an international style, and I think that has helped her along the way of what we've seen so far. Good at anticipating, but also high kick by the Tigers, but also able to have a little bit of strength training to get a stronger leg. On the near side go the Tigers. Settled down by Wynn. Wynn will go inside, lift it high in the air, and that will go just wide right. So Rucky will once again dropped it right at her feet and kind of went and ran up and kicked it. Left it high in the air was Baranowska. There was a interesting loft shot by Janae Gonzalez, and I think she was looking for Kwong. Pariente kind of held up on that one, and now she'll get called for the foul. Coach Carrie Scroop wanting to, one of the players that she looks to quite a bit, and being Janae Packard, to just kind of calm them down, but also communicate. Rucky sends it high in the air, right at Baranowska. Now she'll go ahead and just roll it right to her back line defense. And to the far side go the Tigers with a little bit of a turn, and we'll go ahead and a little bit of a run. I'll dribble it forward to the far side, and two Aggies will collide to one Tiger, and it'll not go out of bounds. A quick throw in before it's taken away by the Aggies. Just that momentary lapse that really affects what they're trying to do. Offsides will be called on the Tigers. But just those moments where things look good, and then all of a sudden that one brief moment has really affected whether this game could really have changed either way. It'll be Staub. We'll send it line drive, almost a low liner towards the far side. As Ritterschulfer had it, now cleared up high in the air right towards Baranowska. Two Aggies were right there, Ritterschulfer and Kwong. Wynn, a little bit off the side of her foot. That was not Wynn, that was actually Marissa Carpenter. A quick offsides call, and that gets actually a little bit of a rise out of the coaching staff, trying to see where that was actually called. And I think they may actually have a little bit of a moment to question it, because that was close. Far side is Wolf. Wolf with the big club on her hand. Still getting that back together. It's been cleared out by the referees. They all check it out before they go too far. To Packard. Packard will back it off to Baranowska. And Veronica will settle it at her feet and then scoot it forward. Tigers playing a little bit of the shift, goes to the far side. And taken away by Van Norden. Van Norden, a very tall lengthy young lady. She actually stands at 5'10". She looks taller. Honestly, in person, she looks like she could be close to 6 foot. She's really all over the place, and when she's running, it looks even faster. We have a free kick coming up. Is that a stop? That will send it deep, high in the air, and it'll go right towards Ritterschoffer. Deflected off of Ritterschoffer. And that was an attempt by number 9, Casey Palmer. Now the Aggies were really kind of applying the pressure. Off in the top of the box. He deflected. Nice shot. Goes left. I'm going to ask for a coaching staff wanted it to be a corner kick. They thought it might have deflected off of one of the Tigers' defensive players. 3 Aggies come in. It'll be Lexi Trucco.
For the Aggies, and in the match, number 3,
Mala
Lexi
Catline.
Trucco.
And actually, it was Casey Palmer that also came in.
And number 11, Mala Catline.
I didn't catch, actually, I think it was Alexis Villarino that came in for the Tigers.
For the Tigers, number 11, Alexis Villarino.
So she comes in and gets some fresh legs as that is pushed way right and actually didn't really get a lot out of it, but actually was a little bit effective as it helped get some Tigers defensively push forward as that'll go out of bounds. A throw-in upcoming for the Tigers. And now we'll have one more Tiger come in. As Ryan Molinar will come back in place.
For the Tigers returning number 15, Ryan Molinar.
She will actually replace Hunter Moore. So Moore played about 15 or so minutes, and actually a little bit longer than that. She's closer to 20, 25 minutes of game time. Tigers with it, tearing down the right far side. And it'll be knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Wolf. Pass off to the far side. Williams looks for Catline. Catline kind of a little give and go. Right at the top of the box. Deflected. Be interesting. Offsides once again, it looks like. They're going to call a foul. I'm not sure. I thought it was offsides. I thought they called offsides. Medina tried to get it to Pariente before it was cleared away by Staub. And there's going to be a foul on Marissa Carpenter. It looked like it was Casey Palmer that was knocked off to her side, and a foul was called. Lifted forward and to the far side. Duckett looking for, like it was potentially she was looking for Catline once again. 64th minute, 1-0 our score. And Aggies looking for another attempt, is headed high in the air and pushed forward. And Baranowska once again, a nice save. Was headed forward. I caught that correctly. And time's going to be called here for a player of the Tigers lost their shoe. So there's going to be a stoppage there, but I think it was Aaliyah Walker that may have tried to head it forward. So we have a corner kick upcoming for the Aggies. A Staub that pushes it forward to Williams before it's headed out of bounds. And Abigail Wolf knocked it out and didn't realize that she actually it was incidentally went off the side of her head and went out for another corner kick. She kind of clasped her hands to her side and a little bit more of a frustration side of it. So Staub will, this time she'll line drive it. That is up in the air, and this time Baranowska will take it. It'll be another corner kick and looks like she should have, it was a violation. Oh, okay, so it was, what it was saying was that she caught it out of bounds, so they're going to call it another corner kick. Since Baranowska made the save, but just kept it out of, heel must have just went out. Headed forward. This time it'll go to the near side. It would be Janae Gonzalez that went and tried to a last-ditch effort during that possession. Nice move by Abigail Wolf. Wolf still with it, needs to get it away, and it was taken away by the Aggies. Catline that was able to take it away. Taken away by the Tigers, and a good stoppage right there. Pariente with a nice run. Trucco takes it defensively. It'll be on there. And to the far side, Abigail Wolf looks like she's going to have a attempt right here, and also taken away by the Aggies once again defensively. Has tightened up just enough. And now it's going to be a foul will be called on the Tigers. And the groans from the fans now. These things have gotten a little bit physical on that far side over the last 5 minutes or so. 67th minute, 1-0 our score. And it was in the 9th minute that was our change of our only change. Molinaire attempted to take it away. Now she will get a hold of it. We'll go to here on right in the middle. Go the Tigers, pushing it forward and looked for Pariente. And defensively, the Aggies with a three-person line defensively. Good job by the Tigers to take it away, and they allow the Tigers at least a little bit of possession. At the top of the box, deflected out. And it'll be finally called, and it'll be Jade Enellen will come in.
Returning for the Tigers, number 5, Jade Enellen.
Some solid minutes by Melanie Medina. Clock is being stopped here. As I think now the middle referee is actually telling players to let's pick up the pace a little bit. So Rucky will send it deep in the air. Headed forward by the Tigers. Melanie Carpenter. Carpenter will get it, try to look for Pariente once again. Catline with it, was able to take it away. Now it's a little bit of a breakaway, but Tigers were able to get back defensively with the angle that that ball was kicked. Deflected. And that was going to be Trucco that was with the shot, blocked away. Alexa Aguirre will come in at the next opportunity for the Aggies. That is out of bounds. A throw-in cup coming for the Tigers. Be Carpenter to throw it in. Knocked out once again. Carpenter will throw it in, and she was looking for Inalin. That went to Inalin once again, but just missed. Caitlin Chandler will also come in. At least she won't be able to come in this one. She'll come in the next possession in place of Duckett. Nice little cheer from the teammates. Alexa Aguirre entering. Aguirre, a freshman, standing at 5'11". A fake by the Aggies, and if right at the feet of Fregosa. One-on-one here. Casey's shot will go wide left, as that was Casey Palmer that was looking for a shot, and that was a strong shot. She had a good opportunity and went just high left past the crossbar.
For the Tigers, returning the match, number 2, Caitlin Chandler.
Caitlin Chandler will come in. She'll replace Haley Wynn. Chandler provides a little bit of a different look for the Tigers than what Wynn has provided so far. Chandler a little bit smaller, but has a little bit more speed that potentially Coach Carey Scroop is looking for. Abigail Wolf gets it off into the middle, and a cross pass towards the field. And Inalin with a back heel kick. A 2-on-1 here, and the Tigers will be called for the foul. And head coach Carey Scroop, I think, just got carded. Yeah, it was on Coach Carey Scroop. So now she will have a seat and have to kind of watch what she can do. She's now no longer allowed to really kind of go much further. She's only allowed to stay in the box. And in her zone on the near side is Palmer. Palmer a one-on-one. Cross box shot high. And the second time she's had 2 big opportunities. I think head coach Carey Scroop has had a little bit of frustration with Marissa Carpenter. So we're going to see her get subbed out here soon with Ryan Martinez, the junior from Sacramento. Molinaro will try and play it right at midfield. Tigers with it. Inalin try and cut the corner. And they're going to call a foul on, looks like the Aggies, number 3, Truco. And I think the Aggies were thinking that call was going in their favor, and it actually wound up not going to go in their favor. And they're kind of standing up on the bench, trying to, as if to say what was that all about. They still kind of a little bit befuddled. So Isabella Pariente will take the free kick, the penalty kick coming in at the 73rd minute. Left hand up, right foot through, and this is going to be high in the air right at the top of the box. Momentary, and it is knocked and gathered by Rucky, and a yellow card is going to be issued now on Inalin. So that's the 3rd yellow card issued to the Tigers in this half.
Yellow card issued to the Tigers, number 5, Jaden Allen, in the 73rd minute.
So it's Kelsey Owen was charged with the yellow card, as well as Jade Inalin, who I think what the referee is saying got a little too close and personal with the goalkeeper, Nikki Rucky. A little bit of juke there, and just missed the feet of the Tigers defense. Isabella Pariente with a good move was to go ahead and take away the possession, give it back to the Tigers. Abigail Wolf with a lot of room to go ahead and dribble. She'll go ahead and get it into the middle. Looking for Pariente. Pariente will get it to Molnar. And knocked out of bounds. Throw in upcoming for the Tigers. Multiple players coming in for the Tigers. Hunter Moore. We talked about Ryan Martinez already.
Number 12, Hunter Moore.
And also,
Number 14, Aaron Brown.
we haven't said Erin Brown. She's coming back in. She actually had a long time out. So she's going to probably play the last 16 plus minutes for the Tigers. 75th minute, 1-0 our score. Throw in upcoming. Tigers have it on the far side. A little bit of a scrum. Still with it and often towards the side of the box before it's cleared out by the Aggies. Lifted high in the air right at the top of the box. A little bit of a side bump between the Aggies and the Tigers. That is cleared and right into the stands once again. Quick throw in by the Tigers. Tigers looking to keep the tempo up. Knocked out of bounds. Tigers possession. Another throw in upcoming. 76th minute. Aggies had 17 shots, 2 saves, 9 corner kicks, while the Tigers with 8 shots, 5 saves, and 4 corner kicks. It'll be actually a free kick, and that is sent deep into Aggie territory. Headed around. And Rucky once again with a leaping high in the air to go ahead and keep the save and keep the game where it's at 1-0. Off into the center goes the Aggies. Trucco. Settle it right at midfield is Aaron Brown. Pariente. And Inalin tearing down the middle of the field looking for a pass. And she makes a sliding attempt in order just to kind of get a foot on it. And Rucky once again right there just in the nick of time. Well, we found out about Inalin. She's very aggressive. Offsides will be called. Catline will once again with an opportunity. Abigail Wolf stopped it right there. At first I thought the play was playing on, and then I realized that they were trying to get the possession going because they're starting to buckle down here with 13 minutes. Inalin gets it off into the center to Brown. Footed forward. Over to the far side. Excuse me, near side. Inalin once again. She's been aggressive this whole half. And knocked out of bounds finally. Allow the Tigers and Aggies both actually need to reset here a little bit.
Tigers substitutions.
Molnar and
Number 13, Haley Wynn.
Haley Wynn will all come back in. Throw in by Abigail Wolf. She will get it to the near side. And Wolf actually kind of started to pull back, trying to get it, see if she wanted to give it a little bit of a give and go. Tigers still wind up with it. A little bit of a line drive. Lifted out in the air, and that will go out of bounds. They throw the throw in, and it looks like it'll be, this time it actually may be potentially Kelsey Owen that will do it. Out of bounds, corner kick upcoming. Tigers really applied last pressure here lately in the last couple of minutes. Looks like it's Ryan Martinez, I believe that's going to do it. Everybody's in the middle. Last time the Tigers against Bakersfield, there was a big old scrum that allowed the Tigers to score a goal. Lifted high in the air towards the top of the box. The Aggies will clear it out to the far side. Looks like that's Molinero that will have it, and she's knocked down to the turf. Still, two Tigers were right there. One of them will gather it, and it'll be knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Tigers. Abigail Wolf has switched sides. She's now on the near side. She's been playing the last 30 minutes on the far side, as that is lifted high in the air and blocked around by the Tigers. A one-on-one. Tries to cut the corner off in the middle, knocked away. And that will go to the far side. Tigers with a nice move on the inside. Abigail Wolf. Looking for a play. It'll be nice on the line. Haley Wynn will take the pass, and we'll go ahead and clear it out, and we'll reset, give it to Baranowska. Baranowska will get it to Wolf. Looking for Wynn. Wynn, a little give and go, gets it into the middle. And a long pass that went straight to Van Norden, and that's once again where she's been. She's played kind of the middle of the field and has been able to go all the way or all around the field. She's almost been like the free safety for the team, and she's been all over the place this half. Tigers down on the far side, taken away by the Aggies. Staub. It looks like Catline might be a little bit winded. She's slow to get back. Coach Carrie Scroop is kind of keeping and letting Carmen Padilla now kind of make her conversation, because just recently got a yellow card. Milani Medina will come in the next possession for the Tigers. The next out of bounds that goes for the Tigers. A long kick that will go high in the air, and that will go too far. A goal kick up coming for the Aggies.
Tigers returning.
Kelsey Owen.
Milani Medina.
Caitlin Chandler will take a seat. So potentially her night maybe come to a conclusion. There's a breakaway here. Catline will look for a teammate. Cross pass. One-on-one shot, goal for the Aggies. And they will make it 2-0. As it was Casey Palmer getting her first goal of the evening and of the season. And Catline has still made her presence felt here in the 83rd minute. Mala Catline with the assist.
Aggie goal scored by number 9, Casey Palmer. Assisted by number 11, Mela Catline. That goal came in the 83rd minute, repeating.
Long shot. Now it'll be right
Aggie goal
at
9, Casey Palmer.
Rucky.
For Mela Catline in the 83rd minute.
Shot by Aaron Brown. It was lifted high in the air. Catline looks like she's going to take the rest of the night off as she's going to be replaced here in just a moment. She's earned that, especially with the goal and the assist tonight. Pass knocked down by Von Norden once again. And now this time headed forward by Von Norden into the box, and it'll be cleared away. By Rucky. Rucky will send it deep. A little bit of a low line drive. And it'll be Catline that will take the intended pass on the far side. And she'll get it into the box, taken away by Baranowska. Just a little over 5 minutes remaining. And Coach Carey Scroop letting her midfielders know that everyone needs to get pushing forward. Out of bounds, throw in upcoming. The substitution, Catline will take the seat, and in comes
number 7, Aaliyah Walker.
Aaliyah Walker. And they're going to stop the clock because Catline is taking a little too much time, so the referee will stop things and resume play here in the 86th minute. Catline has been all over the place. So the Aggies with possession. Tigers trying to push the pressure in order to try and cause a mistake. Headed forward and actually go out of bounds, and off will come another Aggie player as well as a Tiger.
Tigers number 28.
It'll be
Emily Counter.
Actually Elena Curtis that will come in, and for the Tigers, Emily Counter will come in as well. Coming off for the Aggies was Haley Rose.
Alana Curtis.
And Abigail Wolf will take a seat. They're going to change the time a little bit to 85:26. They're also in the substitution rules that 5 minutes, so they'll change with 5 minutes remaining, they will go ahead and just stop the clock at that point if there's a substitution. Knocked out of bounds. A throw in upcoming for the Tigers. Generous fan will tap it forward and allow the Tigers to not cause as many footsteps as they need to in order to go ahead and continue this throw in. Try and get the pressure put back on. Out of bounds once again. Throw in. With a lot of time knocked off the clock. There's going to be a foul on the Tigers. foul was on Milani Medina. And another player was knocked over, but it'll go out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick. Middle referee decided that that wasn't an issue, and this is going to be taken away by the Aggies. And a one-on-one, a shot blocked by Baranowski, and there's going to be another shot off the post. Shot, goal for the Aggies. And they will make it 3-0. And I believe my eyes are playing tricks on me here as we get later on in the night. But I believe that was, it was number, they got it on number 3, Lexi. They say it was on Lexi Trucco, but I believe it could have been.
Florida Tigers are in the match.
So I want to confirm that here in just a moment. I honestly thought it was on Casey Palmer once again, but it's 9, I think. But I think it was on potentially Casey Palmer once again. And another breakaway on the far side. Yeah, it was Casey Palmer once again. So her second goal of the evening coming in into the 86th minute. So 2 goals for Palmer. They're going to give Aaliyah Walker the assist.
Aggie goal scored by number 9, Casey Palmer. The assist to
So
Aaliyah
3-0
Walker.
our score.
That goal came in the 87th minute. Repeating, Aggie goal. Casey Palmer assisted.
We're going to have another substitution. Shea Levy will come in.
Tiger sub number 6, Shea Levy entering the match.
So Shea Levy get a little bit of time here. The time will start to dissipate a little bit. About just a little over a minute and a half remaining in this one. And Tigers looking to get anything going as they will start to take the road the next couple of games before welcoming Northern Arizona on September 8th. They'll play games against Fresno State as well. Foul will be on the Tigers. Time will be called here, and now a discussion will be had with the referee, and I believe they're going to have a conversation with Melly Medina. More of a warning, as that is a line drive towards the far side, taken away by the Tigers. Medina will push it forward, and a opportunity will go to the far side. Defense will gather it up. Rucky will kick it about towards the middle of the Aggies territory, and a foul will be called on the Aggies, and that's going to be pretty deep, and an opportunity with 45 seconds remaining for the Tigers. Trying to gather it. I think that's Villarino. It's not a Villarino that's out there to take the kick. Over to the side, left side. There's a scrum right there in the middle. And finally, Rucky will get it upon the last few seconds. She's been very active over this half since she's entered.
6, 5, 4,
and that will end it.
3,
So
2, 1, 0.
3-0 our score, and the Aggies will improve to 2-0, while the Tigers will drop to 0-3. And that started off early with Malakatline with the goal unassisted that when they were going from right to left was a shot from the near side that hit went just past the right post and in for her first goal of the season. And that would pretty much be our defining goal, and then it would be we'd wait until the 83rd minute. Casey Palmer would get a goal on an assist by Malakatline. And in the 87th minute, Casey Palmer would cap things off with her second goal of the season and her second goal of the evening, assisted by Aaliyah Walker. So as we mentioned, the Tigers will drop to 0-3, while the Aggies will go to 2-0, and the Aggies will head back home and for their next home match. And for the Tigers, they will be on the road for 2. And then we will welcome them back on September 8th here at Knowles Field, and that game can be seen right here on the W.TV. I want to thank Rebecca Sharman and her entire table staff. They did a great job in order to try and keep everything up to date as quickly as they can in order to help me out. It benefits me mostly is that I can go ahead and keep providing any information as I see fit. I'm watching head coach Carrie Scroop have a conversation with the referees, and she's just shaking hands. Michael January, the video coordinator and director, bringing you all the sights and sounds of this game. Want to thank him and his entire crew. They do a fantastic job as well. Couldn't say enough about them of what they provide. So I want to thank all of them. And for the final time, for the final night, this is Jeff Domick saying thank you very much for watching this one as the Aggies win this one over the Tigers 3-0. And we've seen that right here on the W.TV. Have a good night, everybody.